Hello to Paralympic curling fans from around the world. Welcome to the Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium and the wheelchair curling at the Paralympic Winter Games 2026. We're looking forward to the action, and the action inside is in the mixed team event, the four-person team event, and we're into session 8 of the round robin, and the teams jostling into position, and our featured match is this one, Italy against Norway. Both teams trying to make the way up the leaderboard. Norway, though, without a win so far, and Italy in the middle of the standings, so a lot of work to do for Norway. Such a proud record at world level. I haven't quite translated that on the Paralympic stage yet, but expect a great atmosphere in this one because it is the home nation, and the crowd will turn out in force and definitely make themselves heard for this matchup against Norway. We're going to really enjoy this one. So much to play for. 10 teams involved in the round robin, and they all play each other, and we're into session 8, so we're getting to the business end, if you like, of the round robin competition.
Compete in wheelchair curling mixed team round robin session 8.
And here are the teams for you. We have the lead player, Angela Minardi, for Italy. Matteo Ranzani, second. Fabrizio Bic, third. Matteo Marchesi is the skip. And there's their results leading up. 3 losses and going good towards the end of that. 10-0 win of Slovakia. So a couple of wins for Italy. Been a bit of a struggle though for Norway so far, hoping to get back on track. Change to the lead player there. We have the alternate coming in, Ingrid Dubskas. Ollie Fredrik Syversen, Geir Arne Skordad and Justine Stordal, fourth player, and there are their results so far. And it's a hard read if you're a Norwegian fan because they are an exceptional team. Sometimes it just doesn't happen for you, but today this one could be the one, although this will be a tough one against an Italian team backed by the support and intent on giving the home fans something to shout about. Well, the standings, Canada, the only team to have medalled in every single Paralympic Winter Games in the wheelchair curling, lead the way. And again, all those teams jostling for position behind them. Other games going on, we're concentrating on this one. On sheet C, Italy against Norway. Coach for Italy, been involved in the wheelchair game for a long time, Roberto Maino. The Norway coach, Peter Dahlman. Every game is a new start and a new beginning. And we learn from what's happened before. The ice conditions, important to keep them stable. You can see the bobbles, the frozen pebbles on the top to help with the curl. And the last stone draw closest to the button was won by Norway. So they will have the hammer, which means they have the last stone advantage, the last stone in the end. So Italy will get us underway. And it is Angela Minardi, who's actually from Cortina, so what a moment for her and for all the time she's thrown on this ice. It is and must be something very, very special for Angela, who also competed in paracross country way back in 1992 in Albertville, and then switched to curling and competed at Vancouver 2010. So proud moment for her. First stone. just at the top of the house on that centre line. This is Ingrid Druskas, left-hander, 36-year-old. Lead players extremely important in terms of setting up the ends. These placements, you'll see when you break down the end in the final analysis how important these lead stones have been and their placement. You can see Guido Marchesi there, the Italian skip on the right. Back after 2010. Responding to the call of his nation and wheelchair curling.
Sì che buona. No, Fabri, dai. Brava. Fabri. Brava, Angela!
That's nice. Ideally, would have wanted it to come a little more round. The guard at the top. Italy 10th at the Worlds last year. Norway 6th. Norway did win the world title in 2024. Playing at the Paralympic Winter Games is a whole new level. This is just going to rub off that top guard. Matteo Ronzani, 45 years old, from Pieve de Cadore. Been playing since 2016. Slip away through here. And this is curling round nicely, very nicely indeed. Excellent, excellent first stone. Matteo Ronzani. And the key is he's got some protection as well from those stones at the top of the house. Didn't want it to be straight, wanted it to curl round. Fredrik Syversen of Norway. Just getting the adjustments right. The pre-shot routine and the way the stone is held is a lot more difficult than in traditional curling. More restrictions before you throw, so it just makes life just a little more difficult, which is why these athletes have to be so precise. And also because there's no sweeping, of course, giving this one a weight, trying to raise. And knocks the Italian red out of the way, loses his stone. It clears the top part of that house there.
14,50.
Always talking numbers, the weight of the stone, how long it will take from the stone leaving that stick to coming to a stop. Now he watches and he waits. Good first stone from Matteo Ronzani. And this time,
Bravo.
Centre line guard. Oh, another excellent effort from him. Super stuff. Well guarded. Norway with the hammer. Need to try and get some stones into the house.
Tar du garden, så er det greit. Tar du garden, så er det greit. Det ligger en dobbel her.
Takes out the red. Loses a shooter.
You
can see just how well guarded that stone in the green 4-foot circle is by the red guard. This is Fabrizio Beek, 56 years old, from Iosta. He's the vice skip, been playing since 2016 as well. Coming down the other side for Italy. And propping up the other guard. Nicely done as well. How proud this team must be taking to the ice for Italy at these Paralympic Winter Games in their own country. Very, very special. Justine Stordal, 59-year-old. Good raise. Red Italian stone disappears. And also opening it up a little bit as well. So the protection not there for that red stone anymore for Italy. Stordal having cleared that away and shifted the guard. Let's see what Beek has in his goal store here. Trying to replace that guard. Needs it to come just a bit more. He's left a bit of room there, hasn't he? You can see that port. Yep, we can see it from the other end. We can almost see the whole stone. And Skorstad, the Norwegian skip, is looking to Stordal. To deliver it through this port. Onto the Italian red. How's it looking? Straight on the nose here, on the button, and absolutely on the button. Potentially might have got a roll, but first priority was to get rid of the red stone. And if that Italian guard had just been a bit further round, that opportunity would not have been there for Norway. And now it's Italy's turn. As we head for the skip stones. Guido Marchese. In curling since the 90s.
Sì.
He's had a good tournament so far. Trying to catch that top guard. Well opened up now though.
Guarda dove aveva la scopa, gli ho detto metà verde. Gli ho detto.
Guido competed in Vancouver in 2010.
Ja. Da er vi på 4, 3, 8, 4.
Tour in 2006 as well.
Og 10, 12 da.
Bit of a lull for Italian wheelchair curling after 2010 due to some funding issues. But a whole new programme and structure was put in place from 2020, gearing up for 2026. Now there's around 50 wheelchair curlers in Italy, and they have 4 or 5 teams for Italian championships. So things have progressed and looking in good shape for Italian curling.
Yep.
Here's the skip for Norway.
Den kom lite. Den vippar lite utover.
Showdown sometimes plays the last stones, but on this occasion it is Skodstad with the final stones, puts the guard up. They're trying to protect their yellow stone on the button.
Ci sono.
Giving this some weight here, trying to sneak it through. Just catches that guard. It was worth a go.
8.40.
Dai Gidio, dai.
Yeah, the line looked good as well. Norway lying 1 and hoping to add to that with this final stone of the first end. Doesn't need to be too fancy. A nice gentle draw for Geir and Skodstad, and Norway make sure of their 2 points. Good start for Norway.
Ja, vi må bare huske på det at mine og de to som køller litt ekstra. Ja, det første køller på den. Så det...
After the first end, it is Italy 0, Norway 2.
Så der var det mange faktorer som økte.
Køller også inn i gralsekken. Den køller noe jævlig.
Den første glappet håndtaket litt, så den mistet både fart og retning og alt, det var litt ut. Dermed så kom ikke like mye. Men den siste kom sånn som vi gjorde på trening i går. Ekstra mye.
Den er bra, da vet du det.
Du må bare huske.
This was a super draw from Matteo Zonzani on the button. Dismissed by Norway. Marchese tried to find a way through to knock it away, but couldn't, and opened the door for Norway to add a second for a 2-0 lead. Lots of flags, ribbons, hats, lots of fans supporting Italy, obviously.
3-8!
Ja.
Greit.
This is the second end, and Norway this time gets us underway. Ingrid Djupskas just on the top of the 12-foot circle.
Halvleien i 12.
Sì.
Lead player, Angela Menardi. Stone really beginning to curl.
Sì, buona. Dai Angela, vieni qua. Va bene Angela. Brava Angela.
A really good guarding position there for Angela Menardi.
Bene Blanc.
Litt ut. Ja. Bra.
Ingrid Djupskas. Similar pathway.
3,
It's going to
Oj, 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 oj.
slip past
Bra.
and on to the button. It really couldn't have been closer to that guard, could it? Whoa. Very precise from Ingrid Djupskas.
Brava. Sì, che buona.
Maybe this is going to curl potentially behind her other guard, but it's a guarding position.
13,50 però ho detto. No, no, forse è dentro Angela.
Har vi på 5 eller?
Det är ingenting.
5.
Ja. Ta lite till. Ja.
Bitte litt ut bare.
Syversen. Same line, same ice, roughly the same weight.
4-3.
Beginning to curl now, see it coming over the line. Trying to plug that gap
Luka er trang.
through.
Det funker
Det är
jo.
inte så mycket.
That's
Veldig rart. Kom lite. Det var bitte litt ut, men langt.
some decent effort. And Syversen.
Nove. Sì. 8. 9.
There's Matteo Ronzani. And some weight on this to shake things about. Oh, but just catches that top yellow and opens it up. He does open it up, and that Yellowstone in the middle is gettable.
Ja, ja.
Samme fart.
So protection might be the order of the day here. Again for Syversen.
greit, ja. Han stenger løypa. Og stopper. Synne! Stengt ikke løypa likevel.
Just a little bit too much towards the centre line. So there is a way through there, isn't there? The danger is that top guard. Are you sure of the numbers there? Prize of Italia for Matteo Ronzani. How's this one looking? Is it going to get through? Yeah. Gets rid of that top one anyway. So Italy still have that problem with that yellow Norwegian stone on the button. Skip watching. Got the broom down. That's where Stordal is aiming and hoping it will come round.
Litt trådere på den siden da, gitt.
Going to be a long guard. Doesn't want it to come over too much. That's excellent play.
Bic, qua Bic, prima questa. Vai Angela. Prima vai. Questa così vai qua.
Italy need to remove the obstacle. They need to get access to that yellow stone in the middle, access to the house. Fabrizio Bic smashes both of them. And they were very close together, but he was able to spill them. Good play from Bic. One then the other, and away they go. And the stones hit the outside. They are out of play and are removed.
Og gi litt gass uti her.
Justin Stordal, 9th Paralympic Games, competed in the Summer Games as well. His 5th Winter Paralympic experience. So much experience.
4-2.
And this is making its way nicely just to the top of the 12-foot, guarding that yellow stone. But enough of it seen at the other end for it to be removed. Concentration levels need to be top notch though.
Bello dritto, Bic.
Fabrizio Bic is tasked with this one. Clears it away.
dai. Se sbaglia la guardia che va stretto ci...
One Norwegian stone lying in the house, counting for Norway. Italy have the hammer. They're running out of stones here if they're going to create a multiple number, Italy.
All in long.
3-2.
And this one coming round.
Good.
They want it to curl a bit more. It needs to come round onto that centre line. It's vulnerable there. You can see it beginning to curl there. Not far away.
Dai.
Good draw though by the skip of Norway. Norway line 2. Now the Italy skip.
Sì. Dai.
Do they like it? Do they like it? Oh, it catches that top guard. Had to really sail close to the wind there to make sure they got the yellow. Guard was the danger. Final stone for Skogstad and Norway in this end. And they're in a pretty comfortable position right now, and this one is going to join the mix as well. So 3 lying for Norway. Excellent draw. And 2 stones together, difficult to remove as well.
Devi togliere qualcosa, fai la doppia lì.
Picchiamo da qua e vediamo, ne togliamo un po'.
Sì, dai. Dai Gidio, spacca. Ci sono.
This is the final stone of the second end. Dio Marchese. And Italy trying to get something out of this situation. Get one in at all. That's a disappointing outcome for Italy. Egidio hoping to find a way through to at least reduce the damage. As they make their way to the other end. And that's a sore one. It's a steal of 3. And it's now Italy 0, Norway 5.
Tu non le tiri mai forti così.
Però Angela,
però se la tiri forti così allora vai diretto sul sasso. Sì, prendi una
Good set-up play by Norway, and this was the key shot, getting that stone right onto the button. It was there for most of the end. They protected around it and got more stones into the house. And Italy just couldn't find a way in, and it was a steal of 3 for Norway, and they'll take that. They've had a torrid time over the course of this week, not winning any matches, Norway, so things going their way at the moment in this round-robin game. They lead 5-0 after 2. We're into the third end of this game between Italy and Norway. Round-robin action. And a wonderful start for this Norwegian team. 2 in the first and then a steal of 3 in the second. The steal is when you don't have the kahama, and you can clock up a number.
14.
Guardia!
And the crowd a little quiet at the moment. We set up stones and we emphasise how important they are. We saw that one from Ingrid Djupskas on the button and how important it was as the end progressed. That's a good stone from Angela Minardi. And Norway making very good use of their guards in that last end.
Yep.
And they caused all sorts of headaches for Italy.
Taget 1. Vis. Stoppas.
Hits and rolls, hangs around as well. And
Overraskende lite.
2 stones close together.
Angela.
Good take out from Ingrid Djupskas. Over to Italy.
Mettiti bene. Prenditi tutto il tempo che vuoi. Giù sulla 7. Ci sono. Spacca tutto. Brava Angela. Dai che buona! Sì!
Get the
Brava.
there and a slight roll.
Fatica Angela. Brava. Brava, Sì, sì. Brava. Fatica Angela. Brava.
See another Norwegian alternate just in the background there. Yeah, Larsen Sveberg here to support the team. And she's there if needed.
8-8.
That's where he's aiming, to the left of that yellow stone. Sin for Norway.
8-4.
his own hangs about in that outside circle.
Ja. 8-4! Bra!
No, io no, ma non mi secondo.
Suits Norway not to have too many stones in play. If they want to get a decent number here, they need
Speriamo che rimanga.
stones in play. Hits and rolls in towards the centre.
Che rischio, ero stretto, ero.
A good execution, but with nothing to protect it. It's fair game for the Norwegians.
Dai.
Siversen hits and rolls.
Jeg snakker den mest språk i alle. Orker dritt av alle sier det.
He did what was asked of him. Just the one stone in play.
13.
Non è un tempo. Lei abbia agganciato un po'.
Putting up a corner guard.
Quant'era?
13,80, manca una guardia nominale, se sono troppo.
Ikke? Ta det kart.
He's perhaps hoping for a draw there into the counting area. Justine Stordal. There's a para weightlifter and then a parasailer before curling took over. A little bit of cover for his own.
Dai Gidio, dai! Apri. Che buona. Che buona.
Oh, it's curling, it's curling, it's curling.
Ah, 13,50 non è arrivata?
Non è entrato.
Forte, si è accorto.
Ja, da åpner du helt da.
Sometimes you want it to curl a lot, sometimes you don't. Italy with the hammer, trying to get a score on the board in this third end. They do have last stone. Trying to raise against his own, and a lovely shot there to get rid of the Italian stone. An excellent couple of stones here from Stordal. Clearing the danger. No, you can see his yellow. Italy. Start again. Hoping to be counting stone if they can, not quite.
Quant'è Giulio? Quant'è?
13,50.
Only Nille fra sträcket.
Not quite enough on that draw for Fabrizio Beek. Norway looking a lot more sure of themselves than in previous games. That good start, that 5-0 start will help their confidence. A very experienced team. This one's looking straight. Hit and roll. Need to be careful not to lose his other yellow.
Bra in 85.
Good execution from Skogstad, the skip.
O la vuoi di là che per non rischiare di toccare questa?
Proviamola così. E andare dentro. Dobbiamo andare dentro.
Vai dentro, no proviamo, vai dentro. La metti là su 13. 12,80 ci vuole. 13 è troppo poco, dai.
No, 13,50 perché 13 giusto.
13, dai.
Important to have
Metti là, solito qua.
good communication with your team. It is all about teamwork curling.
Dai.
They need some stones
Ghiaccio dici?
in that counting area.
Dici che tanto no.
Ma no, 13.
Ones that are not going to be easy for their opponents to get at.
Sì che è buona.
Sta su quello,
So-
non so.
First, the Italian skip stones.
Sì che passa, Giulio perfetta.
Oh, and he got past it. That was close. That was close, and that was a beauty. Great judgment from Marchese.
Thank you.
The Italian skip, and the crowd enjoyed that one. It sailed very, very, very close to the guard. And he knew he also had that other yellow as backing. That was perfect. Now, more of a challenge here for the Norway skip, Skogstad.
Nej!
Had to go at it, but couldn't remove it. So close to the other stone. That was tricky. When they're so close together.
Ja?
Quanto vieni?
10. 10.
But Norway are counting. Final stone of this third end. Oh, can Italy get out of this one? Can they get two? If they get rid of this yellow, they can. How far is it going to go? Oh, it's going too far, too far, too far. And it is only one. That was unlucky. Did the hard bit, didn't want to remove the other one. But Italy do have a score on the board. And after 3 ends, it's now Italy 1, Norway 5.
Angela, dobbiamo partire vicino alla casa.
Good play from Norway to line 2. And Marchesi of Italy had to get it past the guard. And nestles up beside the Norwegian yellow. Skotad unable to remove. And in the end, Marchesi could only make sure of one. Here's the numbers so far, and the significant one really is that steal of 3 in the second end. Gave a significant lead to Norway. Italy not making too much impact on that scoreboard at the moment, but 7 ends to go, long way to go. Curling is a long game.
Och så länge det ligger någonting där inne så ruskar vi det. Vad bra Ingrid satte den tagen där i början där. Den var klockren.
This is the 4th end of this Italy-Norway game. 5-1 lead to Norway. And Italy came close in that end, maybe scoring 2. The idea now is to stop Norway building anything here, do what they can. Norway will want to go into the break, having extended that 5 number. Another guard up from Ingrid Jupskas. In the team today, instead of Mia Larsen-Sveberg. Wheelchair curling team events come a long way since the first World Championship in 2002 actually, in Switzerland. And its Paralympic debut in Torino in Italy 20 years ago. And now 2 disciplines at the Paralympic Winter Games, mixed doubles and the mixed team event. And more taking up the sport around the world. And every team here will be doing their bit to boost that back home. An interesting distribution of those guards.
13 Matteo.
Matteo Ronzani. Watching and waiting to see where this one settles. Curling round that centre line and lining up with the other three at the top of the house.
Si è rallentato un po', eh.
Ma no, 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 siamo noi che siamo...
Altså, den her vil jo skvette i den og ned, da. Hvis den treffer den der, så vil den gå i den og nedover.
Ja, det gjør jo ikke noe det.
Det er sjansen på det.
Just got to make sure that handle is on succinctly. All about the weight and the line. And they've thrown this so many times. They know it's in the muscle memory. Look how accurate that was. Absolutely spot on from Siversen. If that had even been slightly off, it could have had all sorts of implications. Matteo Ronzani for Italy. Trying to potentially promote his own. And that's a decent outcome. And 5. Big clap from the crowd.
Buono, era veloce, eh?
Matteo era 11, eh?
Second stone for Siversen. Go! Right down that centre line, trying to get both. Raised against the red.
Ja, helt rett. Har sakte, men sikkert å åpne midten, så...
12,50. Anche se la splitti va bene. 12. Velocità! Ma io la farei 12,50, 12 è troppo.
Squeeze it through here. How heavy is this one though? He was hoping to catch it. Just goes on a bit too far, but it is clinging on the back of the 12-foot.
12.
Looking to catch that top red. Oh, just a bit heavy. Justin Stordal for Norway. Right down the centre line as well, targeting the red.
8-4.
Ok.
Clears that away as well. Norway on a bit of a clearing job at the moment.
12-50-13.
12-50-13.
Sì.
Che buona! Dai che buona, Egidio!
Toccala.
Oh,
Vai che va.
you can see it curling just at the last moment there, but it's redirected itself into the 4-foot circle and behind a guard as well. So quite fortuitous for Italy there. The crowd enjoying that one too. You can hear the cheers. And he'll take it. He will take that one. But that routine is very open to the centre of the house. And this is why the skips in particular love the game of curling, the strategy, watching what your opponent does, what you're going to do next, the angles of the stones, where they're placed, the different shots you can make. This is curling round now, and it is coming in, it is coming in. When's it going to stop? Is it going to be counting stone? It is still Italy, but that will most definitely play a part as we come towards the end of this fourth end.
Quanto do, cosa ti do? Bianco-blu?
Sì, così va bene.
Che paura hai?
Andiamo a un 13 da rimanere nel verde sopra.
Sì, vai. Cos'è, giallo adesso?
No, no, è rosso. È rosso.
È rosso?
Sì.
E allora, se è rosso, scusa.
Però dobbiamo chiudere lì perché ci si appoggia.
È rosso. Non è meglio qui, no?
Eh?
Non è meglio rubare uno?
Vabbè, stiamo per rubarne uno.
Sì,
Stiamo su.
stai a esagerare con la forza. Era un 13 la gialla, non è che ci ha rallentato tanto.
Skip stones in the fourth end. Marchesi of Italy first. Well trodden path, this one. Coming in beautifully. Ideally just a bit further. And a bit more over that centre line. It's certainly affecting the pathway, but there is space for Norway down that same route.
Stefan. Eller Mille. Ja, Mille. Ja. Min kølle, litt mer. Min er så bra.
ITA. Storgall at the other end with the broom guide for skip Skodstad. Now, where is this going to finish? Catches one red, rolls to the side.
Ja, da er den litt mer synlig.
Italy still in pole position. That red stone.
Va benissimo. Velocità.
Mettevano qua.
Italy certainly want to limit the number here, or even force an error. A stone from Marchesi of Italy. Coming round now, beginning to curl. Where's it going to finish? It's looking really good. Just needed. Always just a bit more, isn't it? The situation. Just needed it on the... Just round a little bit, he thinks. He certainly asked the question of Norway. Deep breath from the skip. Last stone of the fourth end. Looking reasonably happy in terms of his expression. Manages to squeeze both the two stones out. Really nice double takeout from the Norwegian skip, Skorstad. He enjoyed that. And not as easy as it looks. Here it goes. Bang, bang. And a double. Excellent play and arm raised for the Norwegian skip. And into the break. And a really healthy lead now. It's 8-1. Italy 1, Norway 8 after 4. Starts for Norway. And key that in the game. Skorstad at 78%, that's really good. And the third player as well. Those are the two key numbers. And that has not been the case in their previous games. They've really gelled this time. Italy, Gonzani performing well, the rest not performing like they can. And they hope to step it up in part 2.
prossimo giro c'è il tiro. Non bisogna mollarla questa, eh.
Gliene abbiamo fatti 7 una volta.
Zani doing well to get the stone on the button. And it was up to Norway in that first end. Hits and sticks on the button too. Placement in the second end. And this stone was a key as the game and the end panned out. And rolled in for 2. And Bogard was able to add another. And it was a 3. Good effort from Italy. He matched it up against the yellow. But then with the hammer, unable to keep his stone in, and it was only 1 for Italy. And then this fourth end, rolled it in, but it wasn't protected, and it was 2. The position meant that Sjostad was able to get this double. A brilliant double by him. Gives his side a significant lead in this round-robin game. Overall, game stats, well, we know the score. Takeouts, Norway, look at that, 80% for Norway. 60 brutally in terms of the draws, but overall accuracy, it was Norway who have a significant advantage. And of course, those 3 stolen points, which when Italy look back will be key. What happened there? Here's the numbers, and that steal was a significant one in the second end, and Norway able to build on that. That's a long way back for Italy now. And if Norway see this through, this would be their first win. Into the fifth end. This match-up between Italy and Norway. Norway 8-1 to the good. As Ingrid Jubskas gets us back underway after the break. And often that does happen, just a little overdoing it after a break. You either underdo it or overdo it. We often see that.
Guardia, 14.
Sei?
Dai che buona Egidio! Brava Angela! Frenala!
Brava!
Ehi!
Goes the
Dai, buona Fabri!
guard from Angela Minardi for Italy.
Dai Egidio!
They have the hammer in this fifth end, and they need to make the most of it. get some points on the board, close the gap. Let's see what the second stone's like of Ingrid Jovskas. This one into the rings on that centre line at the back of the forefoot.
Vado io, Angela. Abbiamo tutto il tempo che vogliamo, sono sopra di 2 minuti. Cambiamo strategia. Vai convinta, 14 secondi, Angela.
Sei?
Sì, quando vuoi.
There's the minority part of that Vancouver 2010 team
Sono andata
for
indietro.
Italy. Playing a long time.
Buona Angela! 17.
Long guard here, just over that hog line, that green line.
No, mi sono sentita proprio...
Può guardare?
Ja. Vi skal 10 over linja. Tre, fem.
Hæ?
3-5.
And Fredrik Sivertsen, second player for Norway. Watching this one intently. Can't do anything about it once it's been released, that's it. Off it goes. You hope you've directed it the right way with the right weight. And that's a nicely placed guard.
Facciamo bingo, eh? E ti fermi.
Matteo Ranzani doing well, certainly on the draws.
Dai che passa!
Required to do a different thing here. This line looks good.
Toccala, toccala.
Un po' troppo alta l'hai messa la guardia, Angela.
Had to make sure he got it through the court and didn't catch the guards, but it affected the final trajectory. Clips the Norwegian yellow and out. He's hoping to take it out of play.
3-3. Linja ut. Ja.
Second stone for Sivertsen.
5-2.
Jävligt right!
Ja. Det er helt greit.
Another guard trying to plug that area.
Matteo, vieni bello secco che o passi o allarghi. Ma voi di qua o di qua?
Didio has popped his hat on. You're getting a little bit chilly down there.
Di là, Matteo. Come dall'altra? Dall'altra tira in out, non in in. 8. Ma dici che lo faccio cambiare?
Passo in mezzo!
O passi in mezzo se no apri.
Ma no, ci sono ben poco di differenza, guarda. Dammela per di così, di così.
La vuoi di qua?
They look like they're all agreed on that.
Sì! Che ci sei, Angela?
Sì.
Si è preso dentro. Miseria. Dai che va
Peel the
bene.
guard.
Era meglio. È
There's
l'altra
not
parte.
a Norwegian yellow into the house.
Chi?
Vi ligger ut der også. Hvor vi ligger ut, André?
Stopper på 12.
Down the other side for Justin Stordal.
Vi har 3 blank.
Kjører lite.
Making its way into the house.
Fot. Bra det.
Kommer jo opp på 3 blank.
Wanted it deeper in and potentially with some protection. Over to Fabrizio Beek. Same line. Stordal will beginning to curl a little bit earlier. It's got this yellow one as backing, which it might need. Curls round, and it is the counting stone for Italy.
12,70.
Crowd urging their team on. Following previous player's line, and this is going to just tap on the top of his own. Excellent shot, excellent couple of stones from Stordal. This is a well-trodden path here, this line down. It's curling, squeezes past with a whisker.
Quant'era?
14,30.
Good draw from Fabrizio Beek.
Ja, 3.
Helst egentlig bedre enn... Ja, nå har vi jo 1.
Ja, vi har 1.
Kan vi heller dytte litt inn etterpå? Ja, enig. Topp 8.
Ja.
Är det 4 eller 7 en som kunde mer?
Begge to.
Bara ta knäpp lite med rista.
Ja.
Good discussion with teammates. Norway line 1 as we head for the skip stones.
Ja, topp 8, 3-5.
Har det.
Norwegian stones well spread out, those yellow stones. Come to recognise this pathway now. What about the rotation? How's that looking? It's beginning to really curl now. And that will do the job for Norway. Really shoring things up. Oh, look how tight that one was. A piece of paper between those two stones. Good judgment. Very precise from the Norway skip.
Dove vuoi la scopa? Adesso vado su e... Dai Fabri. Forse avevo freddo. Cosa Gidio? Forse prima avevo freddo. Dai. Che velocità hai Gidio?
Ci va 12,50.
Sì, dato è l'appoggio laggiù, no? Sì.
Gidio Marchesi. Draws have been good. Let's see how this one is. Doesn't want to connect, contact that guard. Here it is, coming in. Curl, 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 he's saying. It is going to be the counting stone. Excellent play from the Italian skip. A very, very precise draw from him, curling in nicely at the end. This man hasn't made many mistakes in this game. Skodstad for Norway. It's going to catch the guard though. And that is an opening for Italy. Who lie 1 at the moment. The same again from Marchesi, but he does have a yellow Norwegian stone there as well. That wasn't there when he threw his previous one. It's got to get past that one, it does. Where is it going to stop? It's looking good, it's looking very good for Italy. Fantastico, it's the first time we've seen Egidio Marchesi smile in this game. 2 beautiful draws to give his team 2 points in this round-robin game. That was tricky. He had a lot of things to think about, but in it comes. Makes it look extremely easy. And a big, big grin from Marchese.
Altri 3.
Altri 3, rubiamo 3, andiamo. Vai, Gidio!
So now, after 5 ends, Italy 3, Norway 8.
Anche là si passava,
Here's the numbers for you so far. 8-3, the scoreline. And a couple of threes on the board, including a steal of 3 for Norway. But Italy edging their way back into it in that 5th end. This is the 6th end in this game between Italy and Norway. Italy leading 8-3. Norway with the hammer, so Angela Minardi of Italy gets us underway. She's going to put one right at the top of the button to start with.
E quindi l'ho tirato di più.
No, ma bastava anche...
No, l'ho tirato di più perché 3 volte insieme.
Tage!
Tage! Yep.
Ingrid Dubskas.
Tage 4. For lite is. Sorry.
Quite on target with that one. How's this one going to finish for Angela Minardi? As a guard, just on the side of the centre line. Maybe it's going to be cover her other stone. Just been a bit further round on the button, difficult to remove. That can be seen from the other end pretty clearly.
Yep. Yep. Jag har det. Nille, ni!
Good header eye in that one. Hits and rolls. And allows herself a little smile. Italian flag on the glasses as well. Means so much to these athletes to be out there competing in their own country for Italy, in order to showcase the sport to the world and their country to the world. And this is on its way somewhere else. Don't seem Manzani had too many of those at all. His weight has generally been pretty spot on.
Jeg vil helst rulle vekk. Jeg vil helst rulle av.
Liker du isen, eller?
Siversen been really solid for Norway in this game, but he's shaking his head a little bit at that one.
Han står her, det går bra.
Always good to watch the reaction of the players because they know.
8, 8. Bra.
But he clears the guard. In the centre. And that was the job.
Spostati Teo che stanno arrivando.
Vediamo se si ferma là. No, non è buono.
Hits and rolls to the button for Ronzani.
Dai Angela.
Always a crowd pleaser, that shot.
Andiamo avanti. Doveva nascondersi, no?
And Norway with a 5-point lead. Don't need to be too imaginative, just do the basics well. Don't necessarily need a big number themselves. Strategy is slightly different when you're in front like that. It's in rolls a little bit. That was what was ordered.
Jag måste ha i fokus för de snackar.
Jeg hører ikke dritt når jeg sitter der og ser.
Nove! Sì!
Che buona Fabri. Ok, dai, intanto è piena. Va bene, dai. Ok.
Hits and sticks for
Cosa?
Italy.
Angela, abbiamo sbagliato uno io e uno te e ci troviamo così. Vai.
Pat on the shoulder from the skip for Stordal. He's happy with that.
8, 4.
Hits and sticks.
Che buona! Piena.
Fabrizio Beek on the takeout, trading takeouts at the moment, the two teams.
Loro però.
Doesn't really suit Italy.
È che per
In
andare a
that they will
rollare
be
lì,
restricting Norway perhaps to 1 on their last stone. And then they have the hammer in the next end. Hope to get a big score. Hit and roll for Norway.
Här borta.
Cercare di rollare dietro la palla.
Anche si è avvicinata parecchio di là, dai.
Skip stones. And number 6.
Perché è vero, lì dall'altra, dai. Ok. Spero che sbagli loro. 8-4.
Provi un altro,
The end could also be blanked, which means Norway will take the hammer to the 7th end and retain the hammer. The last stone advantage.
8-4.
Case's last stone here on end number 6.
Perfetta, rolla, 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 cala, 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 va bene, è piena, dai. Ok. Vedo Gidio.
Questa è l'ultima la Slissia.
So what will Skådstad do here?
Kölle. Ja, håller det.
And away they both go. That was the plan, to blank the end. No points scored, which means that Norway hang on to the hammer, the last stone, taking it to end number 7. The score remains the same. And Italy are running out of ends in terms of scoring the points. And Norway just want to get those ends eaten up as quickly as possible. So 2 different strategies. So after 6 ends, Italy 3, Norway 8. Trading of hits in this last end. Making sure no mistakes made, clearing the house each time, and clearing it finally for a blanked end. Italian fans, friends, families, all out to support the teams inside the Cortina Curling Olympic Stadium. The numbers for you, and really those 2 threes have allowed Norway to control this game all the way through.
Brava, Angela.
Italy right up against it here.
Brava, Angela. Buona, adesso dobbiamo mettere 3 guardie avanti.
But things can happen. We can see big ends. We can see things changing.
3 punti dentro, dai. Dai.
Not quite nibbling or biting, as we say in curling. Although it can depend on what angle you look at it.
Che velocità vuoi?
13,50.
Ma fuori la vuole.
Sì. 14, quindi. Buona, Angela.
There's Limonardi setting these ends up for Italy. They need to try and generate something here, get a steal. And that's why they need the guards. Italy have to be proactive. Norway will just do the basics well. This end and 1 more to go. Hard to believe this team haven't won a game yet, because this is quite a performance on the ice in this session. Some very, very good teams here in this competition. Looks the guards and sends one into the house.
Helt suverent fikk løsnet opp I første dobbeltsenteren og
With a draw, and it's looking heavy.
Ikke ta senter. Ok.
Kontrollert. Stille.
Hva sa du?
Clock ticking behind the players there. That is their thinking time. Thinking time between shots. And the clock stops when the shot is delivered. This gives you an idea of just how far the stone has to come. That's what happens to the stone with that rotation. Here it comes round. And how accurate the hits are. It's been solid for Norway. Siversen. And Rosani's draws have been decent as well. Let's see how this one's looking. It's going to nudge this top guard.
13,80.
But it is on a different line.
Vedi, questa è 13,80. Questa era 13,80.
Wasn't quite what Skip was after.
Kommer rundt den uansett. Det så høy.
Where Skostad places the broom is where his teammate will be aiming. And those stones, you can see the running band around the stone there. And it's where the stones bump each other. And because of the type of granite they are, it doesn't chip. It almost springs off when the stones bump together. And on the bottom of the stone is a different type of granite. It's kind of waterproof because the grains are so tight. Anyway, watch the bounce. Bang, there we go. Another good clearance shot for Norway.
Dai Angela.
13 big.
So the front of the house open, except for that long red guard further up the centre line, and the yellow one beside it.
Dai Fabri.
He's hoping to squeeze it through this port here.
14. Io ho tirato
Era
14,20.
14,20.
So nothing quite happening
Io
for
ne sono mezzo venuto fuori e loro ne sono
Italy.
tirati.
It was meant to be a draw into the house. And you feel Norway do have their tails up now. Looking comfortable and confident, not having to push the game. But then in curling, you get one small error that can change so much. Look at this one. Look at this one. Except it got through the port, but didn't pull up. He did the, it's like he did the hard bit between the two red stones, the two guards at the top there. But he had to get that weight, or do that weight, to keep it straight. So you make up one weight and you lose it in the other. Controlled weight here from Fabrizio Bic.
14,80.
Quant'era?
15.
Sembra di spingere. Ma come 15? No?
14,94.
Well,
Un metro, quant'era questo?
Ti ho tirato dentro io, dai.
plenty of discussion with the skip there. That draw was short. Wanted it into the house.
Ja.
Man who's won many Paralympic medals in summer and winter, but never a gold. Justine Stordal, how's this one shaping up? Good line, but doesn't pull up. Right to the back. Is it heading out? It is. Norway won't be too worried about that. Really any stones in the house to cause any bother right now, which suits Norway down to the ground. Skip stones in this 7th end. Marchese of Italy first. Oh, bella bella, I'm hearing, which is a good sign if you're an Italian fan. Certainly the line looks excellent. Is it going to bite? It is just.
Cos'era? 8-5.
Nålsnär är faktiskt det bästa.
For den bortpå der biter ikke, nemlig.
8-5.
Den røde som er eneste som biter.
8.
Ja.
Deep breath from the skip. Each athlete has their own pre-shot, pre-delivery routine. Oh, and he waves at that one. He doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. The line was wrong. And we talked about mistakes, didn't we? That's probably the first mistake he's made all game. They know when they've got it right. He does have the final stone in this end. And it's not going to be a big number, whatever, for either team. Final stone for Marchese. Look at his expression. Well, can't tell much from that. He could do with this. It's really crawling and crawling and crawling, isn't it?
13-20.
So that tells you what the Norway skip's going to do. He'll try and spill. Let's see what it turns out like. Last stone of this 7th end. This is Norway. Hits and rolls for 1. And well executed end from an Italian point of view, limiting Norway to just the 1 point. But they're so far behind. It is a tall order in this final end. It really is. For Italy. And it looks like I thought for a second that that might be it, but Italy 3, Norway 9 after 7 ends.
Forse non mi sono posto. Per girarci intorno, perché l'altra era su, no? Appunto. Però ho spinto 13. Ma no, ma non dovevi girarci intorno, dovevi solo spingerla dentro per andare via con un punto.
Good draws, a couple of good draws here from Marchesi,
Ok, tocca, morde.
the Italian skip. Showdown, no, with his final stone, able to get rid of the Italian danger, scoring a single point. And in a really commanding position going into the final end. Here's the numbers for you. And I keep mentioning those 2 threes, especially that steal in the second end. That really just meant an uphill task for the Italians. And Norway have been steady throughout. But Italy will want to finish well in front of the home crowd. Eighth end. In this game between Italy and Norway. 9-3 to Norway. All the way through from the lead player. And you can tell Norway are feeling very good about it indeed. And so they should. They've played really well in this game against Italy.
Non arriva neanche?
Brava Angela.
More games still to come.
Brava
Can
Angela.
Italy
Buona.
get some points on the board in this end? It'll suit Norway just to get rid of stones, keep stones out of play. Don't give Italy anything to play with. We see more stones disappear.
Dödsbra, dra på to!
Italy will keep trying. Keep stones in play. She wants this one to come round onto that centre line at the top of the button. An excellent draw from Angela Minardi. Excellent play. Directly behind her guard. That's textbook stuff from her.
Ja, jeg vet det, men jeg bare så på isen her. Køler det så mye på 11?
Jeg køla så mye på taget i stad.
Okay.
Har du egne vurderinger igjen nå? 11-7.
Ja, det ser du også.
Not going to catch it. And again, if you're in Norway's position, the pressure is definitely not on. So it's still as focused as they ever were. They've got 2 wins so far, Italy. 3 losses.
Oh, sorry.
And Norway played 5 games and 5 losses thus
Perché va
far.
bene anche là.
14-20.
This is coming in round on the centre line. It's a good guard.
Ho messo la guardia che dovevi mettere te. Ho messo la guardia che dovevi mettere
Siamo
te.
invertiti.
Vai. Vedi che loro tolgono.
Away goes the guard.
Devi arrivare proprio a pizzare qua.
Tutti le
Era 14-15.
Angela Minardi's 2 lead stones remain.
Pippi.
Centre, on the centre line.
$11,70.
A little heavy from Ronzani here. Is it going to pull up? No, it's not.
Abbiamo più la possibilità. Dia la mano. Mamma mia. Gliela diamo.
Disastro.
That's the line. That's where his teammate will aim. Peel the guard away. Might even get the other one. Not quite. Again, suits Norway not to have any stones hanging about. Oh, and they've decided to call it quits there. That is it. And that is a super win for Team Norway. A really good performance from them. They controlled it all the way through. That steal of 3 early on, and then a couple of ends later, another 3. Really good win. Their first win at these Paralympic Winter Games in the mixed team event, and big smiles. What a change it is for them. A match always played in such wonderful spirit, and these athletes all know each other so well. They're all on the circuit.
Thank you, good game.
And they enjoyed themselves out there, but so much better, of course, when you're the victors, and the expressions show that. The new lead came in and performed well. So hugs all round for Team Norway. And big smiles for us as well. One win. And they'll hope to progress from that, and the confidence that will bring them going forward for the last couple of games. A game played in great spirit and with some absolutely cracking shots, magnificent draws, takeouts. All the shots were there. And there's the victorious skip. Numbers for Norway in terms of the stats, and really it was Stordal and Skodstad in the 70s that made the difference. Good lead play as well. And the other alternate, big smiles from her and the coach. And they'll have a lovely evening tonight, knowing they've got that one win. And onward and upward for Norway. Italy, disappointment. Just weren't quite there today, but Norway were impressive. Been playing well in the tournament overall. They have a couple of wins. But they'll review that game and see what they can do better. But they probably don't need to review it. They probably know exactly themselves.
Thank you.
Good team spirit in that Italian group. Comparison with the two teams, well, we know they scored 9-3. Takeouts, look at the takeouts for Norway, 80% to 51. And up on the general accuracy, and of course those stolen ends, absolutely key. 3 points for Norway with that stolen end. Draws more or less the same. And just Norway, just better execution at the key moments for the 9-3 win. And the players head off to do some press and media interviews. Quick drink of water. Chat amongst the team with the coach. Norway will be feeling an awful lot better about things after that victory, for sure. Big hugs from the alternate who missed out this game, Mia Larsson-Sveberg. Always very smiley, keeps the team going. Let's take a look at the standings. Canada 5-0, China just behind. Norway with their first win, same as Great Britain, and Italy stay on 2-4. Oh, an awful lot still to be decided, even though those round-robin games are running out. But Canada looking very impressive indeed in the round-robins. The only team to have medalled at every Paralympic Winter Games in the wheelchair curling. A wave to the fans in the crowd. There'll be loads of friends and families here watching the action. And there they are. What a difference a win makes. It really does. All that hard work paid off. Just one game left on in the stadium. And the fans get 4 games for the price of 1 ticket. Smiles all around, and if you're a Norway fan, then you're a happy fan, because Norway have just won their first game in the mixed team event over Italy, 9-3.